Okay, we're here to make the changes in your local part template file for SolidWorks so that each time you start a new part, you will get the appropriate settings and view tools that you need. To do this, you actually start out by creating a new part. Say OK. Wait for this to load. There we go. Now, one of the things that you'll probably have, especially if this is the first time using a specific machine um, to run SolidWorks, is your view tools will have all of these except for that one. All these others are standard, but I really like this one, the normal tool one. So we're going to add that now. I'll show you how that's done. Up top, you may have something that looks like this. If you want to see all of it, you can hover over this arrow here and it gives you these. And then if you click this push pin, it will pin both of these to your menu bar at the top. In this case, we want to go to Tools and click the down arrow here. Choose Customize. Move this dialog box here up until it's just below your View Tools here, where you want to add this guy. And choose the Commands tab. You may have to scroll just a smidge here to see standard views under the categories that are open to you. And then here are all the view tools that are in the standard view. And you can see the normal to is an option. So all you do is you click and you drag that up here. You'll notice I have two now. You can drag them out of here too if you wanted to eliminate them, delete them. You only really need one, so leave that one there. You can close that window. So from now on, when you use this machine, that view tool will be available to you. In a similar way, we want to change the number of decimal places that are displayed. Just now I learned that what I thought was the standard way of doing that may not always work. So I'm going to have to do two steps here to ensure that we always get the right number of decimal places displayed when we're doing our smart dimension. The first way I was aware of already, you choose the options. Under document properties, you want to choose units. Now, here the unit system you want to use if you were doing work anywhere in Europe, anywhere really anywhere other than the United States, you'd probably choose one of these three, but you want to do the IPS system for the lessons I'm going to give. We use inch, pound, second. And then under this length, basic units, decimals, click on that until you can get a scrolly thing like this and scroll to .1234. That's why I want to have 4 decimal places displayed. And I click OK. And that should, in my opinion, always make your dimensions display in 4 decimal places. However, it didn't just now. So you may have to do one more thing, go into options. Okay, and then again under document properties, but this time choose dimensions. And you see here under the primary precision, click the down arrow there and also choose .1234. If you do both of those, then, and we say okay, then from now on, any sketches I make in this document will automatically dimension to 4 decimal places. However, that would only apply to this document. What I want to do is overwrite the template. Each time you start a new part, from the beginning where you go new part, it actually starts that part with the settings in the template. So we're going to overwrite the existing template. And the way we do that is you click the down arrow here and choose Save As. And then where it says Save as Type, click the down arrow there, and choose Part Templates.prtdot. If you choose that, it will automatically navigate to whatever folder it stores your template in. And there should just be one document in there, part.prtdot. That's your default part template. Choose that because what we want to do is overwrite the existing one. Say save. It'll ask if you want to overwrite or replace it. You say yes. Now what you've done is you changed your template. Very important, this next step, be sure you close this file now. Because if you left it open and started doing sketches and features in here, Every time you tried to start a new part, it would start it with whatever other crap you had in here. So you don't want that. You want to close it now as an empty part template. Now, one other word of caution. The next time that you launch a new part, like I'm doing now, it will launch that template. So all your settings there are going to be the same as it was that you just made. But here's the word of caution. If you were to say, I don't know, I'm going to make a part real quickly. I got a sketch on the top plane of a circle whose center point is in the origin, and it's got a diameter of 0.5. And you see when I do this, it does give me my 4 decimal places as I set. I click check. I exit from that. Let's say I wanted to save this now. If I just click the save button, it's going to default to the last place I saved anything, which is in the templates file. Most likely that's not where you want to save your future files. So you want to navigate in whatever way to the appropriate place. For instance, the student I'm setting this up for, Thomas Shine, uh, he already has a folder in the C colon drive, in the C drive, users, public documents. And then somewhere in here, he has one that says T-Shine, and that's where he wants to choose that to save from now on. When I'm working with SolidWorks on this computer, I want it to save in this default file location. So I choose that and click Save, and then from now on, it'll save files there by default. So if, for instance, if I were to close this file and open another new part and say, okay, and then, I don't know, I'm just on the front plane, maybe I'm going to sketch a center rectangle with its center on the origin, and maybe it's, 2 inches on this side, and turn off my smart dimension here, and maybe this edge and hold my shift button, this edge are both equal. They have the equal relation. So there I have a fully defined rectangle. I escape that. Maybe I extrude it by 0.5 inches mid-plane. Just making up stuff here. So now I have a part here. I want to save this part. Now when I click save, it's going to remember the last place I've saved anything. So Tommy, if you do that one time with a file you're willing to throw away, it'll always thereafter try to save there first. Here's that last part that I had made. I'm going to want to delete that later. And actually, I don't want to really save this one either. So I'm just going to click cancel. I'm going to close this. Don't save. Anyway, that's how you change your part template in SolidWorks. If you happen to save a part you really don't want, you can always open that file location, find that part, and delete it. It's gone forever. Whatever, doesn't matter. That's how you do it. First step, when you first start with a new machine on SolidWorks, you're going to want your template to reflect your standard modes that you desire. So that's the end of that video. Thank you for your time, and we'll move on to other things.